South Asia's airspace is a ticking time bomb, with two fierce rivals locked in an arms race for dominance. While India and Pakistan have long shared a strained relationship, there's now an invisible, high-tech battle brewing far above us. You see, it's not just about borders or ground forces anymore. The game has shifted. Fifth-generation stealth fighters, advanced avionics, and radar-dodging jets are becoming the deciding factor in who holds the power in the skies. Today, we'll dive into one of the most critical aspects of this rivalry, the potential clash between India's Air Force and Pakistan's, and how new fighter jets like Pakistan's Chinese-made J31 could tilt the balance of power. Let's take a closer look at what's really happening in the skies over South Asia and what it means for the future of regional security. Welcome to another episode of Weapons World, where we unpack the latest in military tech, strategy, and defense. Buckle up for a deep dive into the looming air supremacy battle between India and Pakistan. Geopolitical tensions between India and Pakistan are nothing new, but the stakes are getting higher, and the battleground has moved to the skies. Both nations are racing to outmatch each other's air forces, especially as military technologies rapidly evolve. The rivalry is particularly intense around the acquisition of fifth-generation fighters, those sleek, stealthy, high-tech jets capable of turning the tide in any conflict. India has long been seen as the dominant air power in South Asia, but there's a potential disruptor on the horizon: Pakistan's growing partnership with China, which is leading to some game-changing developments in its air force. In recent years, India has been eyeing Lockheed Martin's F-35, a powerhouse of stealth and combat capability that could bolster the Indian Air Force's ability to project power across its borders. But India's Air Marshal Anil Khosla recently raised a red flag, warning that even with the F-35, India might struggle to keep up with Pakistan's potential acquisition of China's J-31 stealth fighter. Why? Because the J-31, also known as the FC-31, isn't just another fighter jet. It represents Pakistan's technological leap forward, thanks to its defense collaboration with China. And this leap could challenge India's long-held superiority in the skies. So, what's the big deal with the J-31? Well, it's China's answer to the F-35, a cost-effective, highly capable fighter jet designed to rival Western models without breaking the bank. And that's where the plot thickens. Pakistan, always looking for a way to modernize its military without blowing up its budget, sees the J-31 as a perfect fit. With stealth capabilities, advanced avionics, and the ability to carry out both air-to-air and air-to-ground missions, this aircraft could be the wild card that tilts the balance in Pakistan's favor. So, why is the J-31 such a game-changer for Pakistan? The key lies in its blend of advanced features at a relatively low cost. This fifth-generation fighter boasts the stealth and radar-evading capabilities that are critical in modern aerial warfare. Its design allows it to fly under the radar, literally, making it incredibly difficult to detect in combat. Add to that its multi-role functionality, which means it can seamlessly switch between air-to-air dogfighting and air-to-ground strikes, and you've got a highly versatile and dangerous weapon in the skies. For Pakistan, which has historically relied on foreign military support, this partnership with China is more than just about acquiring new toys. It's a strategic shift. The J-31 provides Pakistan with access to cutting-edge technology without the hefty price tag of Western-made fighters like the F-35. And let's be honest, Pakistan's defense budget is nowhere near as deep as India's. But with China's backing, Pakistan doesn't need to outspend India. It just needs to outsmart it. And that's exactly what the J31 offers, a chance to leapfrog over India's bureaucratic delays and budget constraints. While India grapples with long procurement processes and the complexities of integrating new technologies into its air force, Pakistan could be deploying its J31s sooner than anyone expected. This could give Pakistan a crucial head start in mastering fifth-generation aerial combat, putting pressure on India to catch up fast. In a future conflict, this technological edge could prove decisive. The J-31's stealth capabilities would allow Pakistan to strike at critical targets before India even knows what hit them. And with China's expertise in countering American stealth technologies, after all, the J-31 was designed to compete with the F-35, it's not hard to imagine how Pakistan might neutralize some of the advantages India is hoping to gain with its own fleet of F-35s. Now, let's talk about India's side of the equation. The Indian Air Force has long been regarded as one of the most powerful in the region, but even it can't afford to stand still. With Pakistan modernizing its fleet and China flexing its military muscle, India has been exploring options to stay ahead of the curve. Enter the F-35, one of the most advanced fighter jets in the world. On paper, it seems like the perfect solution to India's air defense needs, a stealthy, high-tech fighter capable of dominating any battlefield. But here's the catch. Acquiring and integrating the F-35 into India's Air Force is not a quick or easy process. The F-35 comes with a complex supply chain, requiring a whole host of new infrastructure, specialized maintenance, and extensive training for pilots and ground crews. In short, it's not something you just buy and start flying the next day. There's a long induction period, and during that time, Pakistan could already be mastering the J-31, giving it a head start in the race for air superiority. What's more, the F-35 is notorious for being expensive, not just in terms of the upfront cost, but also in terms of long-term maintenance and upgrades. India, with its vast borders and diverse defense needs, can't afford to invest heavily in a single platform without sacrificing other critical areas of its military. From cyber warfare to naval expansion, there are plenty of other defense priorities that could suffer if India pours too many resources into the F-35. So, while the F-35 may be the crown jewel of India's Air Force modernization efforts, it's far from a guaranteed solution to the challenges posed by Pakistan's J-31. The long lead time, integration challenges, and cost constraints all add up to a tough road ahead for India as it tries to maintain its edge in the skies. When it comes to modern aerial combat, stealth is everything. Both the F-35 and the J-31 are designed with one goal in mind: to avoid detection by enemy radar. But while both jets boast impressive stealth capabilities, the J-31 has a unique advantage. Designed by China, the J-31 was specifically created to counter American stealth technologies. In other words, it's built to neutralize jets like the F-35. This is where things get tricky for India. If Pakistan's J-31 can evade Indian radar and challenge the F-35's stealth capabilities, India may find itself in a difficult position. In the vast, contested airspace between India and Pakistan, radar cross-section, electromagnetic spectrum dominance, and anti-stealth measures will be critical. And Pakistan, with China's backing, may have a better understanding of how to counter American-made stealth technologies than India does. In a future conflict, this could prove to be a major headache for India. While the F-35 is undoubtedly a powerful fighter, it's only as good as the systems that support it. And if Pakistan can exploit gaps in India's radar or anti-stealth capabilities, the F-35's advantages may not be enough to secure air superiority. Air Marshal Anil Khosla's warning about India's potential inability to counter Pakistan's J-31 should not be taken lightly. While India has made significant strides in modernizing its military, it still faces a number of bureaucratic delays, budget constraints, and operational challenges that could prevent it from fully exploiting the F-35's capabilities in a timely manner. Meanwhile, Pakistan's defense collaboration with China allows it to leapfrog over some of the hurdles that India faces. By acquiring the J-31, Pakistan gains access to cutting-edge technology without the long lead times and logistical challenges associated with Western defense procurement. This could provide Pakistan with a window of opportunity to achieve air superiority, at least in the initial stages of any future conflict. In the end, it's a race against time. While India's acquisition of the F-35 could bolster its air capabilities, there are several reasons to believe that it might still struggle to counter Pakistan's future fleet of J-31s. From logistical and integration challenges to cost constraints and the complexities of stealth warfare, India faces an uphill battle in maintaining its air superiority in the skies over South Asia. The skies over South Asia are quickly becoming one of the most contested battlegrounds in the world. While India has long been the dominant air power in the region, Pakistan's partnership with China is giving it access to the kind of technology that could tilt the balance. The J-31 stealth fighter represents a potential game-changer for Pakistan, giving it a technological edge that could challenge India's future fleet of F-35s. As both nations continue to modernize their air forces, the balance of power in the skies remains in flux, and the outcome of this aerial arms race could shape the future of regional security for years to come.